wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV Charlamagne, the guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got some special guests joining us this morning. They are from the Netflix show Survival of the Thickest.
Yes.
And we have, well, you just ruined my surprise of what I was going to say.
Well, you already ruined it because you should have started the
I was
interview
trying
first.
to start before they closed the door. I was asking Tasha Smith who she got her game from.
Good luck with this interview.
Yeah, right? That's what I was trying to do it in that way before the door closed.
You don't understand they used to call me the female TK because I was dirty.
We was
motherfucking
dirty.
We was trying to set it up.
Oh my God! I almost had a heart attack. I said, "What is this nigga doing? What is happening?"
I didn't even say hello to Michelle or Garcelle. Hello, how you guys feeling? How you feeling?
Tasha's in the room.
Man, hey,
Tasha's here.
I want y'all to know that Miss Tasha Smith is as loud as all the memes say she is.
I know that. Listen, I was probably the one most likely not to succeed back in the day. No bullshit. But this guy, like, I mean, I loved his rhythm and his style, and I did steal from him a lot.
Right.
By the way, y'all hearing her clear, and she's about 10 feet
She
away
about
from the
10
mic.
feet away. The funny thing is, when he was like, Tasha's coming, he was like, oh, really? She was like, I gave her so much game. She was like, you're going to be so surprised. I was like, well, don't say nothing. We hit him behind the door.
This my baby. I am so done right now.
You got to get TK past
Sorry.
something, Tasha.
I do.
My girl, yo, I've been watching it. I sit back and I just watch.
Can you believe I'm a director too?
know, ain't that good?
Ain't that some shit?
Ain't that good?
Sometimes I can't even believe it.
You know,
Okay.
Yes, no, it's a beautiful thing. Like I said, when you know your purpose on this planet, you can live with it. And all of y'all who I took under, because everybody had to come through me in Los Angeles. Tell them,
He was the man, honestly.
had to come through TK.
Listen,
Kirkland.
TK was just too much. And it was a blessing to be able to learn the game from him like that. You know what I mean? You had TK, you had Eddie Griffin, and even Joe Torre. Honestly, like, I used to sit in the back of the Comedy Act Theater, and I used to try to, like, write jokes and stuff. And I remember Joe was actually one of the ones, too, that was like, you better get your ass up on that stage. I thought that my life was too dirty to talk about until I met the TKs and the Joes and the, Eddies.
I love that.
It's all
That's
part of
that. Yeah.
So cool.
And I mean,
when you find like a friend, just a really good friend in the business that gives you license to be who you are, sometimes that's all we need. Like, we know we have that voice within us.
Yes.
But when you find someone who's also successful, to be like, no, just do you, because the more, you infuse you, the better it is.
Yes.
It's like priceless, and nobody tells you that shit because everybody wants to like not see you win.
That's Michelle Buteau talking.
Oh, hello.
That's right. That's Michelle.
Hi.
I introduced them. Nobody heard, though. But I did introduce them.
But
You did it in the
that
mic,
is
though.
something, and that's why, just to flip over to how incredible Survival of the Thickest is, because
That's right.
It's Michelle's authentic self. It's her heart, her soul, her experience, and her giving herself the permission to be her, and how diverse her life is. And then she was able to just like create all these beautiful opportunities for us. That's why I literally,
And she's
mean,
funny
this woman,
as hell.
She is
She's been funny.
amazing.
Thank you.
Michelle
Funny
been
as
funny
hell.
for a long time.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And she ain't no hating hoe.
No.
You know how some of these hoes be hating hoes.
She's a retired hoe.
Listen, she want everybody to be great. I mean, and it's such a blessing to support a Black woman
That's right.
that wrote the book, wrote the show, executive produced it, starring in it. If you can't, just literally support and stand behind this woman and be there to hold her up, you dumb. That's all I got to say.
Oh my God, am I gonna cry?
I think
No.
so. Is it overwhelming, Michelle? Is it overwhelming?
It's overwhelming in all the right ways, right? So it's like hard to describe something you've never been through before. So like getting married is a shared experience, having kids, I could talk to people anywhere in the world about that, but to be a plus size woman, 18-20, size 18-20, like not fit in any mold, like you too light, you too big, you're not big enough, whatever the fuck it is that I can't do for somebody, just to do me and know that it's gonna work out 20 some odd years later and to write a book and have that book optioned into 8 beautiful episodes on one of the biggest platforms, and I'm gonna like have this show drop in 190 countries.
Amazing.
I'm like, okay,
Congrats.
if I'm gonna do it,
Congrats.
And let me do it. Let me just say this. Not only did she do the whole thing, and she put a crew together, a casting crew together like I've never seen. I mean, I've been in the industry for a long time. I have never seen a black female camera person, ever.
They're unicorns.
I mean, she put such thought in who she brought together that it made it fun. You walked into the makeup and hair trailer and it was all of us.
Yeah.
You know, we don't see that. We don't get that. And she was intentional for doing that. And that
it's important
says
to
a lot.
see that. You have to see
Right.
yourself everywhere. Yeah.
I grew edges doing the show. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
Charlamagne, you know some of these shows will rip a bitch's edges out.
I was going to say, Charlamagne, you know, because you tried to grow edges. That's what I was going to say.
Tasha told me I got bow ties.
I know he got Botox, y'all. You got fillers. You got something.
good skin.
Listen, because that skin is pretty and them cheeks is popping.
Are you a vegan? Are you a vegan? Are you not eating meat?
I'll
You
wait
eat
for you.
meat?
honey.
I just got a great
just looks
dermatologist.
good.
You know, but he looks
Okay.
like all he do is drink water.
I do. That's
So did you know you wanted Garcelle and Tasha to play on this Netflix film?
I mean, yes, they've always been like on my mind, on my list, in my back pocket. I'm like, if I ever get the chance, because I've been such a fan, and I love that they have this this light. Like they walk into a room and you could tell they just light it the fuck up. You could tell that they have been through some shit. You could tell that that shit ain't gonna phase them. You could tell that they also want to lift other women up. And like, I'm like, when you see yourself in someone, you should try to work with them. And I know a lot of people get insecure or whatever it is, whatever you're going through, just check yourself, because, you know, rooting for someone else's success will never fuck up yours. Like, we are definitely better and stronger together. And so, I mean, Garcelle, you know, I'll call her the Haitian Beyonce. Like, she is the one, you know? Like, my dad's from Haiti, so, like, everyone's just like, oh, my God, you guys. Like, my family alone, I'm just, I can't even imagine. And then just, like, Tasha, just forget it. Just, you know, if you
force of nature.
Oh,
force
my
of
God.
nature. If you combined all of our
And louder
years
than most
together,
forces in nature.
Okay.
oh my God, you know. So yeah, I mean, I'm not here to do what everybody else does, to live in the likes, get somebody with a lot of followers, the new next hot thing. It's just like, you know, I need somebody true to this, you know? So I'm just so excited. I just really want people to watch it and take away whatever they need.
What are you hoping people get from it?
I mean, it's a love letter to like the fatty baddies and oddie bodies. Like, if you can't figure out how to love yourself, I want to help you. If you feel like, how am I ever going to get into this size, whatever, you don't need to. You are perfect the way you are. You know, we live our life just knowing that we are like living in a world where we'll never live up to this unrealistic patriarchal standard of attraction. Like, you're never going to do that. So just fucking do you. You know, we have trans performers, non-binary royalty. If you are a parent that doesn't understand the language around non-binary, I'm here to help you. It starts with the fucking culture too. So I'm here for that. You know, if you are a black woman trying to figure out how to get her life together, you know, as you're approaching 40, you know, am I going to stay in this relationship? Am I going to stay in this neighborhood? Am I going to stay in this job? You know, I see something else for myself. I want to help you see that for yourself too. Also, it's funny as fuck, so you're going to laugh along the way. Whoever needs something from it, you know, I think they'll get it.
I'll ask a question. What matters more, right? Diversity, or if something is actually good?
Oh my God. Both.
Yeah.
Both. And, you know, there's a lot of basic stuff out there because the need for diversity trumps whether it's good or not. But yeah, it's got to be good.
I was going to ask, you know, with everything talking about, it seems like they pick apart people, right? They pick apart their looks, no matter what it is. The airline said the other day, if you're over a certain weight, they charge you for a second seat. When you're doing a show like that, how do you play into how the world looks at people and the world picks apart people all the time?
They've been doing it since we've been born. Since you're a baby, oh, her thighs. Since you're 8 years old, don't give it too much. Since you're 12, look at them titties. So it's nothing new, you know, to be sort of like in the gaze of everybody else. But I knew I was beautiful, but I didn't know how to express it because no one allowed me to. And now that I have the vocabulary and I've been highly therapized to be like, no, this is me, this is my body, and it's beautiful. It's always, for me at least, like not us. that needs to catch up to the world. It's the world that needs to catch up to us.
Did your parents instill that in you? Because when you talk about maybe she shouldn't eat no more, or look at her thighs, because I have 6 kids, Charlamagne has 4. Both of us have 4 daughters. But I always try to instill positive into my daughter. So when she reaches the world and she reaches those negative people, and now with social media, she reaches those trolls. It's almost like, I don't give a fuck what y'all say because my dad knows on this.
Right.
Or my mom knows on this. So how were your parents when you were coming up?
It was a little bit of both. Like they really loved on me and supported me. But then when we got in public, it's like, let's straighten your hair. Let's cover your freckles. We're going to church. Don't stand up like that. Do this. So like it was both. And so I'm just like, well, which is it? You know what I mean? Because let's not play it safe. My dad's from Haiti. My mom's from Jamaica. They came over in the late 60s to look for a better life. Can you imagine leaving everybody you know?
That was amazing food growing up.
Jamaican
food and Haitian food.
I know. That's good.
So
a lot of pork.
Jerk chicken. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
That was amazing.
Yes. Come on. Black rice, all that shit.
That's a great reason to be thick.
You know what's so interesting is that like this show has also inspired me to accept my beauty. Like listening to this conversation, I feel like now at 52, I am just really starting to embrace my beauty and like for real. Like there was
had that glow.
I tell you, but bro, I didn't like internally. It may have been something that was external, but I wasn't the girl that walked away thinking, "Oh, I'm so fine." You know what I mean? Like I always thought I was funny. I felt like funny could get me in the door. I never led with like feeling like, "Oh, I'm leading with beauty or sexy or any of that." I would get goofy anytime somebody would be thinking that I was attractive because I had this internal insecurity all the time. And now that I'm older and now I'm at the fuck it 50s, I don't give a fuck what y'all think.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I really fucking love myself. Like, I feel like more confident, more clear about me as a woman. I embrace my femininity, and all of that, like, but I feel better than I've ever felt. Like, even outside just now, I was like saying, your legs are so pretty. Talking to Michelle. She's like, you should wear your legs or whatever. I said, I have these varicose veins. So I would never let my legs out because I had this thing about the varicose veins. And so Garcelle's like, fuck it. Like,
wear it.
I said, you know
wear
what?
it.
Next time y'all see me, these legs are going to be out.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? These legs.
Ain't nothing but a roadmap. He's kinky. He a little kinky.
He's so fresh in his fillers.
That's hilarious.
I was going to ask you, Garcelle.
Yes.
How's it been with you being on reality TV, right? Because
Yeah.
you're an actress and, people have known you for years, but they didn't know the ins and outs of your life.
Right.
Your kids' life.
It's so
now
crazy.
everything is focused on you and your kids. I'm sure you have people trolling your kids, popping up at your kids' schools.
Yeah,
So how
we
has
went through that
been?
It's hard. Let me tell you. I mean, the one thing about, my first scene, I'll call it, at home with the cameras, I was waiting for action. And they were like, no, just live your life. Because that's what I was used to. So now that people see a different side and they feel like a 3-minute scene that they see on Housewives, they got me. And it's interesting because you're right. I can't hide behind a character. So now it's like, it's me, it's my kids. And last year we went through this whole trolling of my son Jax, which was horrible. So you got to take the good for the bad, and that's part of it. Social media, people feel like they have a voice and they can say whatever they want about whomever. So I try not to read comments, and
Do you regret
I say
it at
from
all?
that. Doing the show?
Especially with them trolling your kids.
That was the hardest part because those are my kids. They didn't sign up for it. I signed up for it. But do I regret it? No, I don't have a lot of regrets because I feel like everything takes you where you're supposed to be.
Do you enjoy reality or scripted more?
I like both. I like producing, which is what I'm doing more now. So that's really my love.
Now, everybody, of course, knows Jamie Foxx has been popping up. Have you spoke to Jamie at all? Or?
I've been talking to Corinne and Dave Brown, but not to Jamie. But, I love that man so much.
I don't know who's that.
Corinne is his daughter.
His daughter.
Oh, okay.
His daughter, and Dave Brown's one of his best friends, always with him.
Got you.
So, my
He
prayers.
sent me prayer hands yesterday because we were talking about him on the show and just saying that, who cares what social media or the public
Exactly.
says? He has to rehab on his own. And when he
Exactly.
wants to come out, he wants
And
to come
don't
out.
push him.
And don't push him. And
Don't push him.
And he sent us prayer hands. So
Yeah,
I
no.
can't wait to see him back
Me
out working.
too.
And see
I
him
love
out
that
and about.
man so
Great
much.
person.
I want to ask you something, Michelle. In the first episode, your character breaks up.
Did you watch it?
Well, the trailer in the first episode.
Oh, okay.
But then,
I like the honesty.
your character broke up with a
Okay,
guy.
sure.
Because he caught him cheating.
Yeah.
Would you do that in real life? Like you just would? Nobody. You don't think people deserve a second chance?
It
So
depends.
I put this in the show because I have been cheated on,
Mm-hmm.
and most of the women in my family have been cheated on, and so my definition of what it looks like to really start over, especially within yourself, is coming from a place of that being cheated on. And so, it really depends. Everybody thinks they know what they're going to do until they're in that situation. And if you watch the rest of the series, and you don't have to watch it, just leave it on so I get the numbers.
No,
you know what
watch
it. But we go back in that relationship and try to figure out whether it is something that they should really break up over, because you put a lot of time, 5-6 years, your good years, your childbearing years, right? You've like named your unborn children already. Like your parents love each other and they already see it for you. You know what I mean? Like grandma already gave you her engagement ring, just hoping. So it's like you can't really just. It takes a long time to actually break up with somebody, even if you're not together. And so we explore that more in the show.
And Garcelle, you said it depends?
It depends. It depends if it's a mistake. We're human. We're going to make mistakes. But if it's a lifestyle, that's a different story.
Like if you got a whole other family.
Yeah. If
Lord.
that's what you do.
You don't
then
think
that's
though,
a
like,
problem.
they
What, a
cheat once, they
mistake?
could
Is
cheat
it a
again?
Mistake.
I
Yeah,
mean-
that was-
But that's what I'm saying. If
Yeah.
it's a continual thing, if this is how you live your life, then that's a problem.
What about you, Miss Smith? You out?
No, I'm just a realist.
Okay.
I mean, I think that when you get a certain age, I feel like you communicate and you have real conversations. You know what I mean? And if you or your spouse may have an attraction towards someone else, you can have the conversation to be able to talk about it. Most of the time, women know the men they married or they're dating. So most of the time, if someone is cheating, it's not that big of a surprise because you kind of know. To me, even if you want to look the other way, you have an idea, you have a feeling in your spirit, you know you don't wear that fragrance, you know you don't smell like that when he bring his ass home. I know how I smell, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know what he wore when he left out the house. You have an idea, and I feel it's an individual choice and a decision, and I feel that people have the right to do what they choose in their relationship. That's where I'm at.
You think some women think they can change a man when they marry
I
him?
do. I think they can,
Yeah.
but they
Why?
can't. And why would you even try? It's
Don't
like
do that.
Like no. Like if anything, you'd be better off having a conversation
Or a
with him
job where you're
and-
actually getting paid for all that work.
hello.
Like,
And
ew.
maybe just trying to understand what is the thing that inspires him to want to go out and do that. Like, let's talk about that, because most of the time it's something outside of, I just want some pussy. I mean, at the end of the day, isn't pussy? TK could probably talk. No, let me stop. No, but like at the end,
TK's like,
he
leave me
had
out
so
of it.
many
Leave me
pussy
out of
jokes back in the day. Okay.
But you could say it's ego.
But
It's
it's
ego
okay.
with
So
men.
so then if
Sure.
it's
Ego.
ego,
Yeah,
let's
it is
talk
ego.
about the ego then.
But that's therapy. A man got to go to
Right?
therapy.
And
work
he
on
has to be
himself.
willing to do that. And I think most of the time, like, I think that we could blame it on the action, but not look at the heart and the core and the root
Right.
as to why we're seeing the fruit of cheating all the time. You follow what I'm saying? And a lot of times people get upset and get angry instead of really sitting down and having a conversation. And if the man was honest enough with himself to own it, if he really wants to do different and do better in the relationship, then he will go to therapy. I believe in therapy.
But a lot of times, I always felt it was entertainment, right? Because growing up as a kid, especially growing up in hip hop, it was the cool thing to have numerous girls, right?
Right.
It was the cool thing
Yeah.
to see him in the video. It was
Right.
the cool thing.
The player lifestyle.
Yeah, you very rarely seen a hip hop artist or an actor say, "I'm married and I'm here with my kids."
Right.
And can I tell you something? I think women need to do that more. I was just talking to one of my friends and I said, the reason why men find their mate is because they date. Like, think about it. Like, before you both met your wives, you dated.
Well, I was in high
Kinda.
school. I was in high school.
Okay, well, so you was high.
I was
But
in
you
high school.
kind okay,
I've
if
been-
you was
I've
in
been
high
wild
school.
since 1998.
Okay, but okay, well, y'all's different.
29
okay,
years, 29
but let's
years.
just.
Wow.
But I, right,
Sweet.
but most of the time, though, men will allow themselves the
Correct.
opportunity
You're
to
right.
date.
Yes.
Most women, they meet the first
Yes.
motherfucker they want to, and they say that's my husband.
Right.
Right.
They
Yeah.
first guy you have sex, that's my husband.
Yeah.
First guy that takes
Why
you
you
out.
made her
Hey, how many times have you did that, Tasha?
But wait,
Jesus.
but wait, but give yourself opportunity
Yeah.
to date to see what
True.
you like
Yeah.
and what you want.
That's correct.
Like, you won't ever know. You think it's the first guy, especially for the church girls.
Right.
They be in church believing Jesus for the man, right? And then the first single guy that come into the church, they think that's the one.
yeah.
Just allow yourself to date so you could see how you want to be treated, how you want to
Yeah.
make love, what's important to you in a relationship.
Yes.
Like, date, and then you'll
Do
get
it.
to what you really
Nobody
want.
plays a lot of ones. Keep doing it.
Yeah,
Right.
keep
till you
doing
win.
it. Like
You play
me.
it once if you won.
No.
If you hit it.
If you hit it.
Nobody plays a lot of just ones
That's
and
true.
wins. Come on.
I played
But
yesterday. I hope I won.
You gotta pay.
I know you guys got to go because
Hold
you
on,
got
real quick.
TV.
In,
Go ahead.
in the first episode too, though, you did break up with the guy, but y'all worked together. So that's
Yeah.
a whole other dynamic.
Yeah,
you
it
you
is.
break up with a person. So
It is.
Damn,
professionally-
how do you
I mean,
do that?
it's
Like,
level-
personally y'all done, but professionally y'all still gotta.
You
yeah,
gotta
but
see
it's
him
like
every day.
No, it's not. She chose something else, but it. See, that's the thing I want to explore. Like, what does it look like when you really intertwine your lives like that? And I see a lot of people doing that on social media, whether it's a podcast or whatever. It's just like, do you really want to connect yourself to this person like this? Because when you break up, it's going to be very messy. Also, don't you want something for your own? And when one person becomes more successful and they have more choices, like he did, then it's going to be different. But like Tasha was saying, you have to talk about it. A lot of people don't talk. They're just like, what's for dinner? I had fish today, so let's have chicken tonight. And there's so much more than that. And can I just say, I just want to pour into these ladies for 2 whole seconds. Because, I'm just a big titty, freckle-faced bitch that does dick jokes. And I'm just like happy to be here, right? I'm just happy to pay my rent. I'm happy that my husband and I still love each other. I'm happy that my kids are healthy. But like, for them to leave their homes and their own toilets and good beds to
And
come
great
right-
bathrooms.
and
grand pianos and
freshly
newly renovated homes.
places.
There you go.
Okay,
Talk that talk.
to come and
Talk
just
that
like
talk, Todd.
and just hang with like me and my crew and just do this like silly little important show and not even know. And then like even just the allyship alone, because Tasha's character is named Marley, and she is newly bisexual, fresh out of divorce, a rich bitch, just really kind of
Newly
figuring.
bisexual sound crazy.
Yes. Newly
I know,
bisexual
right?
because
And she has a little threesome. I had to call my twin. I was like, shit, what's this like? Okay.
shout out to Sidra.
Shout out to Sidra. No,
Her
Sidra.
actual
No,
twin
because
sister.
I never kissed a girl before. So I was like, how is it? Okay.
Yeah,
You
but
never
also,
kissed a girl you in Hollywood?
I never kissed
Jesus.
a girl.
Oh, see, that shit is lies. All
I
that's
mean,
lies.
literally, I've never had a threesome, so it was an experience. I was like, this is different. Okay.
I know.
In the
And
scene, I was like,
yeah. If you could just move your hips more this way, we could definitely.
I was like, are we all going to kiss together? Like, does it get messy when people really do threesomes?
oh, triple
Like-
kisses is too much. Don't do
Like,
that.
I don't know. I was just like,
That's
I
a
mean,
lot.
I think that's probably why I've never done one, because it seems so messy.
Well, also like if you're into producing, well, you're a good director. You could do it. But listen,
Yeah.
but what I want to say too is
I'll
like
direct the threesome.
Got you.
you always have to.
That's porn.
You always have to.
That's boring.
I mean,
porn.
it's art. It's artful.
art.
But Tasha posted a picture of her in an intimate scene with the girl that she's kissing, and the homophobia was alive and well in the comment section.
Outrageous.
And
Still.
I would
Right?
still like alive and well. So
I couldn't believe it.
I had to call and check in on her, like, are you okay? Because now you're putting yourself out there in a way that I was like, I'm used to, but
And
I'm
what'd
like,
I
I'm
say?
so. It was so great. You say it.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Okay?
Absolutely.
I mean, are you kidding? And who made me the poster child for a straight woman? And most of these people that have had threesomes and I actually hadn't.
Right.
Y'all out there living your best life and I can't even act.
That's right.
What were they saying? Like, oh, y'all pushing an agenda.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Hollywood's agenda.
Yes.
We get that every morning, though. So
Which I think is
all the time.
hilarious.
It's wild.
But and I love telling her story. Like, I mean, that's what I love about this show is that we have so many parts of life that we get a chance to talk about. And this woman that's in her 50s or 40s or however old Marley. Okay. But she's exploring her life and love and relationship. And I think it's a beautiful thing. And I think she's very courageous and wonderful and having a good time doing it. And it's a whole lot of women out there that are Marley's, and her story has the right to be told. And I'm grateful that I get a chance to do that as an actor. I was directing so much. I literally prayed. I said, I'm going to start saying no to jobs, like directing jobs, because I don't want to, like, my actor is starting to get jealous, right?
Wow.
And then Michelle came. It was like a dream. It was a dream. I wanted to get back in front of the camera so bad. I get to work with this queen and I get to tell Marley's story. I am just so blessed and highly favored. I don't know what to do.
People love you as a director, though, because they feel like you or they not feel like you do support so many other black people. Like you cast so many other black people, empower so many other black people, even behind the scenes. So that's why they love you as a director.
Well, they gotta go. They
so
rapped me
much to
10
me.
times. But
Okay.
I gotta
Wait a
ask
minute.
about Bad Boys 4.
About Bad Boys 4
gotta ask about that.
You really
is
want
that
Martin
I am, actually.
Wow.
Well,
I am.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Have y'all
And we've
started
already,
shooting?
yes, we have. And we are having a blast.
Wow.
A blast.
So the writer's strike or the actor's strike?
Well,
impacting
right
that?
now
Well, we're
we're on
waiting to hear.
hold a little bit
Okay,
because
Yeah, tonight at
you know,
midnight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll strike that.
But we have shot a lot. We've shot a lot of the
Yeah.
movie, and it's fun.
That's why they rushing for promotion, because after actor strike happened tonight, y'all can't promote.
getting into
Over.
No,
Can
that's
you
right. Can't do
believe that,
anything.
y'all?
That's
Jesus.
right.
But you know what? If it's supposed to happen, it will, and it will be for the best.
Well, thank you for joining us. The Netflix
Thanks for
series,
having
Survivor of
us.
the Thickest.
And wait,
Anytime
can-
y'all in town, come back up.
And
We will.
and Charlamagne, can I just say that I love both of you and thank you so much. Like y'all are always such a blessing and so supportive to all of us. Like every time we have something we need to talk about, promote anything, I just really appreciate y'all. And I don't know if I ever got a chance to tell y'all that. but
Thank
Oh,
you.
come on. That's
Thank
so
you. Well, this is your
sweet.
platform. This is where y'all can come up at any time. Y'all in town, you can give us a call.
You guys
and
are
we
the best.
appreciate you guys.
Dope.
Appreciate
Thank
everything
you.
that you guys are doing
Thank
out
you.
there.
Thank you. Can I
Again,
buy a bracelet? Are they for sale?
Okay,
Or
what's up with the bracelets?
you got some batteries I can buy you?
Ah!
What's this? Like a hair shop? What's going on? You got some bonnets
let me
under
tell you.
there? What's going on?
My daughter
Can I
made me
get
a
a 2 for
bracelet.
5? 2 for 5?
My daughter made me a bracelet,
Okay.
and she was crying when I got home because I took it off. So I have the bracelets, and she makes them, and she was like, "Dad, I want to sell them." So I brought them up here, and the staff has bought bracelets. Everybody but Charlamagne.
There's no cause attached
She's
to
a
it.
nut. She just turned 10. She's a young
spirit.
entrepreneur.
She's an
Let her know.
entrepreneur.
Yes.
Everybody can buy them. Yes.
I'm buying one too.
buying the bracelet.
Do you have Venmo?
They are.
Her being
I think
$20.
that is
whatever
hilarious.
you
I
want, it's
cannot.
fine.
Family rich
He
already.
said no.
Yes. But
How
thank
much
you so
are the bracelets?
They are $4.
That's it?
Yes, that is it. $4.
That's
Damn it,
hilarious.
we
I was
should
like,
buy
that's so
some
That
cute.
little girl got a trust fund already.
I know, right?
Page.
You feel me? This?
She got real
Love beat
estate.
you. You're gonna be happy. You're gonna
She
be
got a
sold out.
trust
I love
That young girl
it.
did not
I
need
love
anything.
You
it.
see that?
Okay.
I love it.
See?
I'm taking this.
That's what I'm talking about. I love it.
Look at
Entrepreneurship
that.
at
That's
its best.
what real
gotta
support looks
support.
like.
No, it don't. Put a cause behind it.
And my friend over there will not support.
Put a cause
Oh my
behind it.
goodness.
He
He
Put a
said
cause
put
behind
a
it.
cause
Put a cause
behind
behind
it. Okay?
Ain't even no story to it.
There you go. Well,
Oh
we
my
appreciate you
God.
guys. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Thank you, ladies.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.